Okay, I'm gonna read a couple of poems. Well, I asked Will what I should read. He said that the love poems are more universal, so I'm gonna go with his cue.
You can do the rest.
I can't, there's so many, but right, okay. Basically, the manuscript was written over a long period of time, so the newer ones will be much, most of the stuff I'm reading will be the new ones, because I feel more me in the poems. This is called Freeze Frame, page 18. Today you stand under the sparkle of rain, hoping someone will see you like this, dewy, pearlescent, mournful grey skies in you, thundering, flashes of zigzags, fire starting within each moon orbiting in the holes of yours, going nowhere, pierced and marbled. It is a scene you've seen too often from the screen of a heroine blanched without the blush of love, roaming hills of green, bad-humored, beaded by staring too long into the distance, unseeing thoughts in knots, hands wringing, pockets full of regrets, broken. She is not you. This train speeds through tracks of tune after tune, mugging ear-plugged drums, shaking the basket case, cooing words the heart finds hard to bridge. Tonight, you lie cocooned under duvet, molting, growing wings from new skin, silvering, white whiskers blooming from a potted scalp, couched in the wisdom of knowing yourself better. This is on page 63. It's called Jinn. I think this poem was selected for the, what was that, the anthology La Traducteur, which was launched in Paris by a... Is this working?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, sorry. Jinn. It was your fault. Your need to prod, shake, flick the bottle. I was contained, brimming with bubbles, one pop away from eruption. Were you looking for a gene to grant your wishes? Rub, 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 I am a tub of joy, a jinxed minx bobbing up and down in my vessel. Come hither to me, this I command. I have the mystical cure for the mysterious sore cankering away at your inner core. If you drink my fluid, it will expand you, contract you, bind you to my will. You will not be able to escape my sadomasochist. Let me out now, my Aladdin. You cannot stop a goddess' feveration flight. I am hovering with the souls in purgatory, lost in the way to delirium. Now you uncock me. This poem, I suppose, it goes to the theme of Ubin Dreaming, because it's the poem called The Last Headman of Ubin, on page 32, because I was a journalist when I was told to go to Ubin, because they had some resorts that were having a promotion, and I was just walking around, and then we stumbled upon this kampong house, and the man claimed that he was the last headman of Ubin. Didn't know there was a headman of Ubin. I mean, like one man ruling the whole island. I don't know. I mean, as a resident. And he had a pig that was his pet and companion. So this is about the last headman of Ubin. His mansion is a zinc roof kampong house, barely keeping the weather out. The last headman of Ubin ponders over his orchard of wilted orchids, remnants of a farm of battered coops, and last remaining chickens, loyal to the feed that keeps them clucking for months more. Amidst the birdlime and excrement littered by the brood of his amnesiac brotherhood, the headman's house hovers like the spectre of an old ghost, refusing to believe his death had done his glory in. No harems of chicklings, no troops of fowl, no sycophantic pigs trail after the mud leavings of the men who used to wield the power of the chop over their heads. On his front porch, the headman sits static, battling flies off with his eyelids. Years of rule imprinted on every crease of his craggy mien. A solitary bee buzzes around him. A geriatric dog dawdles towards him. A mango tree squeezes out a final, premature, stillborn fruit. Natalie snorts in the backdrop. The headman struggles a lazy eye at her. They signal assent. These are the last days of the glorified past. Age is crept up on beast and beauty. The headman looks down. The first drops of a fresh shower smashes the arid ground. Natalie shuffles her rump away, looking for refuge. The sow knows when to go into hiding. Thank you.
Good.
You guys got it? Okay, this is called, I spent a couple of years, like 5 years in London. Well, that's when
I met you.
yeah, I mean, we knew each other, but we sort of
Met again there.
And we had quite conflicting experiences of London.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway.
I think we had Laksa, didn't we?
Yeah.
We were two Singaporeans wandering around London.
Yeah,
Where's Laksa house?
we're talking about like post-colonial issues and how it feels to be, identity in Britain and blah blah blah. So yeah, since I like to play with words, I call it Don Lan, which is like like Don, like
Juan,
or like Godfather Don something, right? So page 49, Don Lan. River Thames, blood of London, pulsating brew, dark, thick, mucky goo, polluted liquid of a city's brain waves, a city's drained rays, a city's trained knaves, a cesspool of conniving lies, belies dreams melted down the streams. Every twist that turns up with nothing to make something, hope with a pocket empty and a stomach full of possibilities. Every man or woman sleeping on the streets has a broken dream. Lost loves, lost lives, lost homes, lost hopes. A dog mopes by the side without a bone to chew, collecting fleas and dust. Owner or creature, which is which? We are all beggars here. We beg to make money, beg for a rented roof, beg to be served, beg to be loved. Do you beg to defer? Spare some change, so says the homeless. Yes, I think we should all spare ourselves some change in the lives we lead here. Go for a cruise, go to the lakes, watch a play. Play soccer, make love from morn to noon and in the open under the moon. The city throbs to a tribal beat. The chief's that big clock that watches you. Tick-tock, what you eat, who you meet, where you sleep, when you feed. Is a cannibalistic frenzy, a primitive cycle. Sorry means kill. Thank you means die. Lovely means your soft flesh needs a bite. The fish that feeds on other fishes will be eaten, so keep on moving. The dark brews stirring. The monster from the deep is rearing its head. King Kong's gonna storm through. Black ape holding a Union Jack. Keep on moving. The fish that stays still drowns like a shark. Here is an ocean of sharks, so keep on moving. This is one of more recent ones. It's called Alice for 9%. As usual, my play with words. I swallowed the seed of curiosity to find myself tumbling through the fog of my screensaver into the dark ages, down a hole, infinite, plunging headfirst, my flailing, marshmallowy limbs waving farewell to silverfish scuttling inside the pages of my Facebook. White rabbit, you lead me eyes wide to the fantastic, away from this everyday motif of duties for the greater good. I'm munching mushrooms, flexing mercurial nerves to become giant, then dwarf, aloft, then squat, cat talking, sword wielding, slaying monsters that go gibberish, jabberish, walk. The queen has my head, so I can't think straight, stumbling without faculty, lost within four walls, typing this with vigor, punching out words till they're blue, black, as furious and bruised as I am. In my vendetta, I become Mad Hatter, spurned, anonymous vigilante, trying to right a wrong, nay, the plague you inflicted me. I will read the one that is, well, because the book is called Cordelia, I'll read the one that's called Made in Singapore, I Cordelia. Was it your pride, father, that kept you spitting up reams of a gilded river, lavished on the shallow utterances of daughters who love you least? If the myth were true, imagine, we as spawn of the grotesque, sprouts of the feast's fecund underbelly, legions of unceasing worker ants, a seminal mass of a mercenary mass. We claim this dot, now, hence, hereafter. This is our lot, our blotch, our orgiastic spot. I will root for you, dear, when in years you age, sputtering still, nonsensical diatribes of how best to run the house in order. I will read for you, your majesty, reminded of how your humble hubris of your limited vision blinded you to the loyalty of your uterine eunuchs. Be proud, father, be very proud of your homemade hybrids, your pure, lily-white curdled cubes of roboistic square thoughts. You made us machines, plucked us to the wrath of the lightning gods. In this debris of consumerist molehill trash, I will search for soul somewhere and fish for the skeletal remains of a barely recognizable amphibious feline, the legend that branded me, my anthropomorphic marquis name. Thank you. That's a close I get to.